what to sell to the federal government and how your goals impact the choices that you make in the federal government space. Most people believe entrepreneurialism is like this. You get a ton of money, you're doing all this work on vacation. As somebody who lives full-time in Mexico, I'm here in Michigan right now, go live for going to the Super Bowl. People ask and they think, oh, you're just working on the beach, you're taking in all the sun, you're by the pool. No, that happens, but that's not what entrepreneurialism really is. Maybe after you sell your business, but not when you're in it. The reality is, as an entrepreneur, especially in the federal government space, this is one where some of you may have never even heard of this. You may not even realize it. You can sell to the federal government, pheasants, flooring, housekeeping, staffing. You can sell books like winnerswaybook.com. Pick up a copy, winnerswaybook.com. And you're going to need to know how to write proposals. Check out Proposal That Wins. Proposal That Wins. Check it out. 447. Every single thing you need to write proposals, submit, and win. So in reality, it is like you are building the plane as you're flying it. It truly is. For instance, I once woke up to a phone call. Hey, your employee is handcuffed to a hospital bed. Where's the manual on that? Where's the TikTok on that? Where's the YouTube short on that? There are things that happen in this government contracting space that you only experience as you're going through it. So I'm presenting this as modules to each and every one of you because it's really important for you to realize, why are you here? What is your why? It could be that you were introduced to it through some type of short form video, maybe through yours truly, Dr. Kizzy Parks. Who knows? Maybe you work for the government. It doesn't matter, but you have to have clarity. If you don't have clarity connected to a why, no matter which approach you want to take in this beautiful $800 billion industry, you're going to strike out. And I'm not here for that. We are winners. We are GovCon winners. I'd think of in your car, you have your GPS, and in order to get to the destination, you must enter an address. So what is the address? What is your destination? What are your goals? Why are you here? What is it? Is it more time with family? Is it to replace your current income? Is it to make $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 more a month? Why are you here? Are you here to show people I can do this? Are you here because you've made millions of dollars for the big companies or maybe for other small businesses? Only you know. So take the time to determine why you are here. When I first started out, it was because I didn't want to work for anybody. I watched my dad time and time and time again move from different company to company to company to company because he was constantly downsized as an industrial engineer. And I said to myself, I said, Kizzy, you are not going to live your life like that. You're not going to have your finances in the hands of a corporation. That was one of my biggest whys initially. Why is having focus so important? Well, imagine if you just pull up your GPS. Okay, pull it up. Where did it take you? You're going to be scattered. You're going to be all over the place. And here's the other thing. Your energy goes where your focus is. If your focus is all over the place, where is your energy going to go? It's going to be like a cheese grater. Man, I'm telling you, for years, I didn't have focus. Oh, it won't flow. It'll shoot out. Different prospects, meaning the federal government, they're not going to even know how to refer you. Well, what do? Well, I do a bunch of things. Okay, I got that. But you can put them in categories. So especially for those of you who are like, well, I do middleman. So what's my focus? Your focus could be, hey, I focus on janitorial. That's one of my areas. I also focus on snow removal. I also focus on facility management. What you want to do is put them into nice vertical, in nice little boxes. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Amazon, you can buy Doritos and you can buy water. You can buy tables. You can buy hair products. Nobody questions it because when you go on there, they have the verticals, they have the search bar. It all makes sense. And the same is important for you too. The other thing is you have to bid. Now, I talk about bidding all the time. But if you're just throwing things all over the place because you heard, hey, I just bid, I add some kind of profit and I may win. Yeah, you probably will win something. As I've said before, winning a contract is not hard. Doing it again and again and again and again, that's where you need a method. You need a methodology for that. So what'll end up occurring is You just have a hobby. Now, if that's your goal, beautiful. But if your idea and your bigger goal is you want a business, meaning you have ongoing revenue that you can predict, then a hobby is not that. So what is your why? Really dig deep. What is it, y'all? What is that why? And don't be afraid to own it. Say it in the mirror. Say it in front of your phone. Say it to the people you trust, preferably my Facebook group, because we're here to lift you up and support you. Friends and family get weird in the beginning. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Government contracting. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, get that government money. And then you get a contract. It's like, oh, you got a contract. That's all you made was $10,000. What? You were going to be my biggest supporter. You're my family member. I know what you're thinking. Kizzy, that would never happen. It will. Sorry. We're here for you and your higher power. So your why. It may be that it's a big market. You know there's over $800 billion. That's your why. Big market, they always pay. They pay interest if they're late. Boom. Money. I just want to make some money. Nothing wrong with that. Shoot, why not? That's why we're here, to make some money. Could be your passion. It could be all of it. It could be something that's not here. Only you know. But you gotta know your why. Because when you're starting your business, when you're in the business, it's like, what? Y'all, it's exciting. 3 months later, I don't know about this anymore, y'all. I don't know if I want to do this. This is hot. You know, and we start to just sometimes we naturally want to give up. That is where the real work begins. In the middle, to get through it, you got to really hold on to your why. Are you an entrepreneur or are you an expert? This is really important. Entrepreneur, everything is possible. You want continuous money. You like risk. You may be oriented around the middleman approach. You want other people to help you as time goes on. Where an expert is somebody where, hey, all I want are contracts to tutor kids. Okay. All I want is security work. All I want is trucking. And that's great. I have found those who are most successful in this space usually are both, or maybe they started out as an expert and then transition over. That's how my expertise was in leadership, diversity, inclusion, data analytics. Now we sell everything. Everything under the sun. I thought I was entrepreneurial. I would have called myself an entrepreneur. I really wasn't. I was just an expert at that time. And what's great about it is it opens things up. Going back to Amazon, they first started out selling books. That's great, but you're going to have a larger market, make more money if you sell more things, if you bid more often, right? If you partner, if you form joint ventures. So you want to ask yourself, which are you? There's no right or wrong answer. So you really want to reflect on you. What are your sales goals? Are you comfortable bidding? If not, why not? Who's going to perform the work? Is it you, subcontractor, middleman, however you want to call it? And you want permission instead of forgiveness. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask contracting officer questions. Ask questions in my Facebook. Ask questions if you purchase Proposal Master Academy. Ask these questions because it's about you. You're the entrepreneur. I'm the entrepreneur. It's about us. Transitioning into, well, what am I going to sell? Because there are some of you where you just don't know and there's nothing wrong with it. So here are some questions to ask yourself. What do I enjoy doing? What do people ask me for assistance? What do I enjoy that others find lame or challenging? Especially those of you that have this knack for connecting, you're going to have huge success. You have a knack for sales, you're going to have huge success. For those of you who like to overthink, for those of you that have like a kind of like a blue collar worker bee mentality, there's just going to be a little more work that you got to put into this because we're taught to be comfortable. Have a jacket, have shorts, have air, have heat. Go to school. We're there for a certain amount of hours. You don't go to school, you get in trouble. We're taught to be comfortable, taught to do certain things. So in this space, especially federal government contracting, you're outside of the norm. And for some, it can be a little challenging, but don't worry. There's no reason you can't overcome it. So to kind of really help you with this, I have this money-making idea matrix. What do you want to sell? Is there a profitable need? This is important. So many, hey, I have a box truck, Kizzy, I want government contracts. Okay, well, a lot of the government contracts around transportation are for moving, or it's a one-time move. So I encourage you to be more like Ashley. You can check out her video on my channel where, yes, she drives truck, her and her husband, but her first contract with the federal government was for catering. You don't have to sell trucking. There's a gentleman who I recently interviewed. He's here in Michigan, and I believe he did trucking, and a bunch of his contracts are roofing. So you want to also ask yourself, can I scale this? Yeah, you can scale roofing, you can scale HVAC, you can scale snow removal. Is this going to bring you joy? I'm not suggesting you get into this space for misery. I'm suggesting you get into this space to help you for joy and happiness. That to me is what's important. Am I happy? Yes, I'm super happy. I love what I do. I hated what I did 7 months ago. I'm not gonna lie, I was miserable. Now I'm enjoying my life again, y'all. I'm so happy. So happy. How long do I want to do this? When I first started out, I loved data analytics. I love being the smart person. I love being Dr. Pox, hobnobbing with the National Guard, Field Force, generals, hanging out with admirals. Oh, I loved it. I ain't doing that anymore. No. So, there's just certain things I still want to do. Same may apply to you, may not. So the formula I have here is you want to look at profitability, what you enjoy, reoccurring revenue. That's the money-making idea formula. I'm all about reoccurring. Most of our contracts are what's called base plus option years. Most of ours are 5 years. So I don't have to worry about, I won this contract, I made $14,000. That's amazing. If you made $700, it's amazing. But then what? Then what happened? What happened? So I like reoccurring revenue. That's multi-year pest control, multi-year snow removal, multi-year janitorial. Those are the type of contracts I like. And it may take a little time to get to those, but it's something you really want to shoot for. Government exchange is what I call this. You want to match your money-making ideas with existing NAICS. But before we do, let's look at some of these myths. People talk about you focus on 3 agencies, you track the spending of the NAICS code, that you're constantly looking at what the government buys, that if you bid, you're definitely going to win. There's some kind of one-to-one match. And I have to share with you, there's so much more to these NAICS codes that all I can say is focus and bid on what speaks to you. It aligns with your goals. It aligns with the matrix I just showed. That's what you want to do. Don't get caught up in, I looked up this NAICS code and in plumbing, there's 20 bazillion, trillion, gazillion dollars. Okay, well, did all that work go to a Lockheed Martin? Don't get caught up in the numbers, get caught up in what you can win. That's what's important. So the reality is they buy what they need, what they desire. It changes. So that's why sometimes training will be under different NAICS codes. Focusing on 3 agencies doesn't allow for diversification, supply versus demand. Maybe what you supply, they don't have any demand for. For instance, hair salons. Yes, the federal government has a need and purchases hair salons, but how often? Is there a huge supply? No. So you want to sell them, great, but sell something else they need because you legally can. Winning isn't just based on, I bid. I'm just going to throw out a bunch of proposals and win. So I need a proposal. Master Academy. Winning is based on understanding the government's mindset and evaluation criteria. And being flexible is key. If registering for your cage code caused heartburn and almost made you give up, then you may want to rethink. You have to be flexible all the time. So this is the NAICS website, NAICS.com. The federal government classifies based on NAICS codes, and it's a really easy way to search in Sam.Gov. So let's say you're interested in real estate rental and leasing. A lot of the codes begin with 5.3. Boom, they're right here. Or if you said, hey, I want to do training, you can see all of the codes. So that's why the matrix is so powerful, because you take what you're interested in, you get a code, and then on Sam.Gov, contract opportunities, advanced search, product or service information, boom, real estate. You can see there's over 664 opportunities. So it makes it really, really simple. You don't have to log in. Even if you don't have the cage code, you can still look on here for free. So what you want to do, take all that information earlier, put it down under the ideas, the ones that speak to you, and then use the website I just shared to come up with your possible NAICS code. On Sam.Gov, you can search multiple NAICS codes at once. For me, that's very overwhelming, and I just can't handle that. It's really important to know yourself as an entrepreneur. And it's okay if you don't know yourself 100%. Just know yourself so you can fill in any areas of opportunity that you need. So you take those NAICS codes and then you search on Sam.Gov. And what you're going to want to continuously do throughout your journey in federal government contracting is you learn, apply, and adjust. You learn, apply, adjust. You may find out, hey, real estate, I won something, but I'd rather try something else. Who knows? You may discover a completely new NAICS just by searching. It blows my mind, the type of things the federal government purchases. But along the way, learn, apply, adjust. This is a space where you're never going to get to the point where you say, oh, I know everything. It's just not going to happen, as it shouldn't. I don't know everything, and I've been in this space for over 10 years. So y'all got this. I love and adore each and every one of you. winnerswaybook.com. Check out winnerswaybook.com. Check out Proposal That Wins. Proposal That Wins. Okay? $447. It's an amazing course. Get in there. Every single thing you need for proposal writing, templates, examples, every single thing you need is there. I love you guys so much. You got this. Everything is possible. Until next time, take care.